What's going on, A Pluses Nerd Mixes? It is your boy, the one and only Indy Uchiha, Mr. at Nerd Mix Alpha himself. And I'm here on behalf of A Plus Opinions on the A Plus Hero Report YouTube page to bring you the penultimate episode review of Batwoman Season 2. This episode 17, Kane Kate. Bruh. Before we get into any of this greatness that happened in this episode, let me let you guys know A Plus Opinions has a Patreon. That's right. You can help support our channel and help us be able to bring you more content, better content by going ahead and subscribing. We got $1, $5, $10 tiers. And yes, this does cover A Plus Hero Report and A Plus More Phenomenal. So not only are you getting great character breakdowns, access to the Discord, audio only Patreon exclusive MP3 copies of the podcast that we do right here at the show. You're also getting Sentai breakdowns and a bunch of other content, watch alongs. There's a bunch of stuff that you can get there. It's definitely worth the $1, $5, or $10 to go ahead and join. Just show your support. Help our community grow. Help us be able to give you more content. Now, getting back into season 2, episode 17. Man, you talk about a wolf in sheep's clothing. You talk about somebody being a double agent. I mean, this episode to lead up to the final episode of the season, I think, ain't it? Ain't that the final episode of the season? Did they only do 18 this season? That'd be crazy. You know what? I should Google that. But while I get into that, I want to say that Wallace Day is doing an amazing job in Batwoman. She has really taken over this role of juggling the whole Cersei and Kane thing. Because I mean, I'm not even gonna lie. I knew for a fact that everything wasn't going to be as easy as it was when it came to bringing Kane back. But the way she played the role, man, she had me going. Her and then the reactions that Ryan was having to everybody just trying to get Kate back, the fact that Sophie fell for it. I kind of understand Mary, but the thing about Luke and Sophie just seemed like it was too off to be. You know what I'm saying? Daddy Kane, we didn't hear nothing about Daddy Kane. We know he's in jail. They heard nothing about his transfer. They had nothing about anybody coming after him, what was surprising to me because I really thought they would do that this episode so they wouldn't have to worry about it the next one. But we didn't get anything going with that. So I was curious about what's going on. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to type in to see how this is. Yeah, we get 16 episodes and 18 because this episode is 17. So we got one more episode left. So getting into this, it was very interesting how easy it was for Cersei Kate to play the team because of how much they wanted her back. Now, when the episode started, you really have the backlash. It was left over from the previous episode of Ocean being killed, which was interesting because Alice is there just like dealing with all of that, heartbroken, holding Ocean, and that Mary knowing that Alice is probably the best way for Kate to get back. She has an idea what Alice might be. So she goes to find Alice and she sees Alice sitting here just heartbroken, like holding her. You know what I'm saying? And she wants to convince Alice, who is just sitting there just grieving. Like, I mean, Alice looked totally just out of it. And when Mary goes and she sees Alice dealing with this, she kind of has to change her heart. Not necessarily change her heart, but more like she sympathizes because she understands loss. With Alice was the reason for Mary's loss. You know what I'm saying? When she murdered her mom in front of her. But Mary doesn't want anybody to feel, you know what I'm saying, how she felt in that moment. And not also knowing that she needs Alice's help. So it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm I want I was really expecting Mary to maybe be like, well, you know, you get what you deserve, but that's just the character of Mary to start off with. You know what I'm saying? She understands. She's very sympathetic. She seems like she's a very emotional person, and she doesn't want anybody to feel like that. You know what I'm saying? So she talks to Alice, tells Alice about, you know what I'm saying, we need your help to bring Kate back, but Alice is full. Just I don't know what she's going to do. I don't know what she's gonna do, because now it's like she understands that, you know, she can't have everything she want. If she would have just left with Ocean, you, one of them probably would still die. Because I don't see Safiyah giving up on her revenge, but still, she probably would have had a better chance of Ocean being alive. They would have went on the run together, and he wasn't trying to help her save Kate. You know what I'm saying? Putting himself in that position to where he was easily found and ended up dying. So it makes me wonder if not, and not only does Alice blame Safiyah for what happened, but does she blame herself a little bit for wanting too much and not settling for what she already had? Not necessarily settling, but understanding that, you know what I'm saying, that true love was going to be there. You know what I'm saying? Even if her sister wasn't there, the person that really cared about her, that really wanted her for her, you know, was willing to sacrifice everything for her to have everything she wanted. So she kind of feels some type of guilt or something about that, but that quickly is going to turn into anger and revenge. Luke ends up giving Kate her journals to try to jog a memory. He really feels like that is something that can bring Kate back if she's reading through things she's done and helping her to trigger those latent memories that are all locked away. You know what I'm saying? Giving her ammo to be able to fight that Cersei consciousness off. But Ryan feels like Kate is so far gone. You know what I'm saying? All the trauma and everything that she went through, that alone might not do it, and they shouldn't be rushing to try to bring Kate back, and should be bringing her along slowly. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't get over trauma like that. Plus, I think Ryan's dealing with the fact of how the team is flocking towards Cersei Kate, and she just feels a little bit left out. You know what I'm saying? Because Kate is she's the OG, she's the original Batwoman, and if she comes back and she remembers her life and she understands uh the promise she made to the city of Gotham, does she want to take the battle back after Ryan has put so much of herself into it and made it, you know what I'm saying, hers? And nobody is talking about that. Nobody is coming to Ryan to speak on that. So Ryan just feels like left out. Like she knows that she's going to have to give up that suit the minute Kate comes back, right? So he not only gives her the journals, he gives her like the bike keys, right? So she rides up on a bike and she's just riding through what looks like a really shady, you know what I'm saying, side of town, straight to her dad, straight to Roman Sionis. It's Cersei, guys. It's Cersei. And with her having Kate's journals, she just gave over like a blueprint to the Batcave and everything Batwoman, how they think, how they move. So it ends up giving Black Mask and Cersei and Safiyah a one up on everything that's going on. Because Safiyah had promised Cersei that she was going to give her the choice and help her deal with getting rid of one of those personalities. So, of course, Cersei wants to totally rid herself of Kate Kane so she can live the way she wants to live. And Safiyah's down to help that. Now, the whole time all this is going on, you end up with what is her name? Why do I always remember her name? Sophie. Sophie tries to show up at the loft in like a little sexy number, like a little sexy outfit, which to me really wasn't really that sexy, just all black. Well, I think it was like all black with a coat over it. Showed a little bit of cleavage, you know what I'm saying? Sophie had to show some cleavage to try to bring back those memories, you know what I'm saying, for Kate. But Kate wasn't there. She ran into Ryan. She ran into Ryan packing up. And then Ryan's like, well, you know, if Kate's back, she's gonna want her things back. So I don't think I have a place to live. So even Sophie offered Ryan to be able to stay on her pull-out couch. But Ryan said, I got a little place. You know, probably gonna sleep back inside her van. But they do have a conversation where Sophie's like, you don't have to give up everything, you know. And Ryan feels like the one person that she needs to prove herself to is Kate. And she can't prove herself to Kate till Kate comes back. But Sophie does tell Ryan that Roman has been paying for crows to come work for him. So that's really interesting. Sophie even tries to convince her to stay, but Ryan's got a pride issue. She really, really has a pride issue. And that's one of the reasons why I feel like she ended back up in her van. She ended up stealing a laptop too from the False Face Society after Sophie told her about what Roman was doing. And she was going to find out what he was doing with his money, how he was hiring these ex-crows, right? But the GCPD show up at her van and arrest her for stealing property that wasn't hers and plant snake bite on her, right? Roman just has the entire city on his payroll. And this is Ryan going back through the same thing she just went through, right? It's a setup to ambush Ryan because Roman Sionis, Black Mass, those exactly who Batwoman is, especially with them journals, especially with Cersei being around them. He knows everything. So it's easy for him to set his plan, you know what I'm saying, into motion. Ryan understands, like, I think Ryan understands why Roman feels like this, but she's not rocking with him. You know what I'm saying? At all. It's just it's crazy, man. They had that little talk, and Ryan tries to convince him what's going on, but Roman isn't having it, because right when they put him back in the cop car, Roman gets in the car, sits down, has a talk with him. It just feels like I like the way they made it feel like Ryan had no way out of this situation. Like this was it for her. No way at all. She was gonna die. If she wasn't gonna die, she's gonna be locked up for a really long time. And the whole time this is going on, the Bat team is too busy worried about what's going on with Kate that they don't even see what's going on with Ryan. When they find out that Ryan gets arrested, they start to try to look into ways on getting her out and everything that's going on. Why she get arrested? They understand that the snake bite got planted, and it's on them. It's on them for being worried. They can't figure out how she got into this situation, right? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. A real good scene in here is that I actually dug was Sophie sitting down with Kate, Cersei, and reading the letter that Kate wrote to Sophie, telling her that she was Batwoman. It is crazy, man. It is crazy. Right? So she's sharing that letter. She doesn't know it's Cersei. And Cersei has no reaction. Right? Sophie doesn't check that. Sophie just chops it up to, her not having memories. Not once do they ever consider that Cersei's coming back. Or that it is Cersei. They just giving out all the trades, all the tricks, professing their love, not knowing who's in control of this body. It feels like I've never seen Team Batwoman be this dumb, right? They even bring Kate, Cersei, into the Batcave, right? And Kate, you're gonna have to suit up. Kate sits there and goes, "Yeah, you're right. She risked her life for me, so maybe I gotta risk my life for her." Goes over there, grabs a gadget off the wall. Have no idea how she knows, unless it's in the journals. Have no idea how she understands what gadget does what, and tranquilizes Mary, Luke, and Sophie, and then locks them in the elevator. Man, the second dopest part of this show. Now, you guys know, if you have been watching all of season 2, that Ryan's parole officer really doesn't like her. Wants her to be able to do better. Like she clearly wants her to become a better citizen and do better, right? But doesn't believe she can. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't believe that she was framed for what was going on. It's whole issues and stuff going on. What's going on with that, right? So definitely when she gets pulled in for this, Not only do you already have a drug charge, now you have a new drug charge with intention to distribute, and boom, you're going to jail for a really long time. And it's like she's so busy just yelling at Ryan because she's so upset. You know what I'm saying? That Ryan failed and she was doing so well that she's not listening to what Ryan's going on. Ryan's like, they're going to kill me. They're going to kill me. You know, why do they have all these guards here? Why is it, you know what I'm saying, 9 special ops police officer, whatever, that bring me in here? And she comes out to the parole officer, who is a huge fan of Batwoman, and just says, I'm Batwoman. And then when she processes that and then goes, you know what, I need to talk to the judge. I think my client is trying to be railroaded. The police officer pulls the gun on the parole officer. And then that's when Ryan has to do her best, you know what I'm saying, unsuit Batwoman to beat them all down and show her. And then right then, that's when the pro was like, bam, she's Batwoman. You know what I'm saying? She ends up giving her ID card so she can get out the garage. Ryan manages to escape, only to get to the Batcave and find the whole team trapped in the elevator. Now, in between that time, Cersei had found a special lockup of Bruce's that had all the dangerous gadgets and stuff that he had collected from his various villains. And it was like Poison Ivy's ivy, it was the Joker's flower, it's Bane's venom in there, the Mad Hatter's hat. It was a bunch of different stuff in there that was actually really cool to see. It was really, really cool to see that they were using these characters, even though they weren't on screen, using these iconic pieces, you know what I'm saying, of these villains to show how far back in the lore and how everything goes, right? A lot of us has it in material. She ends up taking it. She takes it all back to her dad, right? Beforehand. Comes back, Ryan and Cersei, like they face off, get a couple of shots off. Well, first, I think Cersei was doing target practice with the little crossbow she had. Ends up not killing him, right? Gets really close. She just got to learn how to do it. You know, it's kind of hard using a new weapon at first, right? But those are titanium arrows. So Ryan gets behind her, shoots her with the fire extinguisher. They get into a fight. Cersei is easily handling Ryan. Why? Because that's the original Batwoman. So even though it's Cersei's mind, that's Kane's well put together body. So strength and everything of Kane, the psychotic mind of Cersei, Sionis. So it's very interesting. They end up using the titanium. The Team Batwoman is using the titanium arrows in order to get out of the elevator, right? The lift. I want to call it a lift because to me it wasn't big. It was a lift. They end up being able to get up over Cersei, right? Escape, take her down, and you know everything's all good, right? They flash over to Alice, cremated ocean, and is getting ready to spread the ashes in the ocean. So poetic. Safiyah was there. Says she's coming to pay her respects. Safiyah asked her, told her she got her revenge on her for what she wanted to do. She wanted to bury the hatchet in their war, even invites them to come back to Coriana. Alice hits her with there's no Coriana left. But what Safiyah did was the one thing she wanted from Cersei, she got a piece of that poison ivy. She has the desert rose. So what she's gonna do is she's gonna use the poison ivy to help grow the desert rose and help, you know what I'm saying, revitalize her island. Alice ain't having it, right? Alice ends up stabbing Safiyah with like a desert rose knife. It's the knife that Safiyah's gonna stay like catatonic, like dead, until the knife is removed. So Alice is just gonna make her suffer. Just suffer. I don't know how long she's gonna keep her under. I don't know how long she's gonna stay under, if she's gonna be saved, but there's no Tatiana to save her. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if Roman and Cersei care enough, you know what I'm saying, to save her. But now Roman's walking around with a bunch of like bioweapons, and he's got former Crows on the payroll, including the one that tried to kill Luke. And he looks at him and picks up Bane's venom. So it makes me wonder if we're finna have a Bane on the show. You know what I'm saying? Because really to be Bane, you can't really be Bane, but you be a Bane like dude with the venom. You know what I'm saying, pumping you up. So I don't understand how we got one episode, and I really hope they do this well because they have so much going on. You have what it seems like Alice selling her vendetta with Cersei. So the only other thing really for Alice to do to complete her story is to bring back Kate. So you understand that. But the Bat team seems like they understand the way they were going about the Kane thing and the effect that it was having on Ryan and Ryan believing in herself. You know what I'm saying? Even the parole officers behind her now getting that going, right? But Roman Sionis has so much going on. He has the bio weapon that he had confiscated. He's got the crows, you know what I'm saying, with him. He has GCPD on his payroll. There's something bad really coming in this finale. And the finales normally end with our heroes defeating the bad guy and having that like peaceful moment, you know what I'm saying, in the season. I don't know if we're going to get that this season. I feel like it's going to be something bigger. We might end on a what do they call that, on a cliffhanger. For real. For real. They always have the bad guys and stuff, the resolutions in. I don't know if we're going to get that. I think we might get more of Black Mass next season. And to be honest with you, I really feel like they're just getting to the point where they're just chipping away, you know what I'm saying, at what Black Mass could be. And I could do with another half season, even if it's just another like 4 episodes of what's going on there. What did you guys think? I really thought this episode was really good to be the episode before the season finale. It set up a lot. I really feel like the team has a whole bunch built up against them that they have to overcome, and you don't know how they're going to do it. We do know that Luke is getting his Batwing suit in the finale. That's going to be some oomph that we need for the team. So we'll see how that goes. There's some photos on the Facebook page you guys can check up about that. Man, it's a lot. It's a lot, and I'm very curious to see how this team is going to overcome that. Let me know what you guys think about this episode of Batwoman in the comments below. I rocked with it. I really liked it. You know what I'm saying? I'll be in the comments with y'all talking about this. Okay. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you know every time we post up any new content. Don't forget to follow us at A Plus Opinions on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. That's right up there. And you can follow me right down here, everywhere at Nerd Mix Alpha. So until next week, guys, keep it A plus. This has been a Nerd Mix. Indy is out.